What's up, guys? Superdarkwater on the channel. Holy crap, this book was so weird. Okay, so I was just talking about how all the new DC Age of Heroes books are good. And then I read this one. No, okay, it wasn't that bad, but we finally hit the first DC New Age of Heroes book that is not... I know people didn't like Silencer. Not everyone's a fan of Sideways. But Curse of Brimstone's good. I love Sideways. I love Silencer because John Romita Jr. I reviewed Sideways. Go check out those reviews. And I reviewed number 3. I'll upload that tomorrow. Yeah, Silencer's good because John Romita Jr. People are tripping. Curse of Brimstone is really interesting. The Terrifics has been great. It's classic DC characters. Damage is all around great. Everyone loves that book. But this one, I think this is the first one that people aren't going to like because it was kind of SJW. And it was basically like leftover 90s Jim Lee and Image ideas mixed in with new age stuff and the X-Men, basically. So it starts out... Oh, by the way, it's not even all Jim Lee art, so that was really confusing. It's like another artist in here half the time, but so it has this weird pull-out. I hate these freaking pull-out covers, so annoying. It's like weird, like, isn't this 2 different artists or 3 on the same page? It just bothers me. I know it's supposed to be a poster, but wait, you're not going to rip off your cover of your comic to go make the poster. It doesn't make any sense. And then here's like the Immortal Men cover. So I guess this is the main character of the book, Caden or something. I guess that's the Immortal Man, or one of them is, and that's Hawkeye. He didn't even show up. Yeah, freaking... I'm going to describe these guys at the end of the book. I'm going to roast them, so stick around for the roast at the end. And that guy was like Kraven the Hunter. I don't know. So anyway, starts out with Jim Lee art, and then it like switches to a different artist. That made me mad. But it starts out pretty interesting. It's okay. That's another thing. It's like, this is like pretty good if you like manga. Like, it's a good... This would do a lot better as like a manga, or it's like, or at least it's reading like a manga or something. I can't tell. Or like the storyboard for an anime. So it's like an X-Men manga in DC Comics with some SJW stuff sprinkled in there. But it's enough to be annoying. So you get some Jim Lee art, and then it's Caden, the guy with the freaking 90s red mask, unnecessary mask. He's like discovering this impossible school. So it's like kind of like, I'm relating it to Charles Xavier's Mutant Mansion, or Mansion for the Gifted, or whatever. And these are like some of the Immortal Men, and it's called The End of Forever Part 1, with just says storytellers, Jim Lee, Ryan Benjamin, and James Tynion IV. So Ryan Benjamin, I'm assuming, is the other penciler on this, because Jim Lee didn't pencil all of it, unfortunately. Yeah, that was another thing that really bothered me. I bought this book thinking that Jim Lee penciled all of it, but you can tell this is not Jim Lee. I mean, come on, that can't be Jim Lee. That looks totally different than this, doesn't it? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, just the detail. Anyway, so it's just going through the life of this Caden kid, and he's talking, and he literally says, like, my friend's boyfriend, my friend Brandon's boyfriend, they like make it really obvious that his friend is gay. Like, he says it like 3 times, and it's like, okay, what is the point? You've literally been talking about how you want to go hang out with your friend for like 5 panels, and you keep mentioning how he's gay. It's just like, it's starting to get a little bit blech with the diversity checklist stuff. But then you get cool stuff like this, where Jim Lee pulls out like the dope, like Kraven the Hunter Wildcats 90s card, and it's like, all right, cool. So it keeps your interest. That's why I say it's like a manga, because it's got the diversity SJW stuff, but it's also got cool stuff that makes you want to keep going, like Jim Lee art and 90s violence and stuff like that. So this is the Immortal Woman, the oldest woman in the world. He had an opportunity to do a sexy woman, and he made her so bland. And I was like, okay, at least she looks like a woman, but come on, like, go commit to the bit, commit to the full 90s. Oh yeah, and then I forgot about this. I should probably say it. I should have said something about this at the beginning of the review. Batman Who Laughs shows up, so that's pretty awesome. And I love the way Jim Lee drew him in this shot. He's like leaning over like a psychopath. Reminded me of Heath Ledger's Joker. And he's talking to the Immortal Men, and then this guy He's like freaking the Question, the Spirit, the Spectre. And this guy's like Moon Knight, Punisher, basically. Yeah, it's like all literally just like rejected 90s. Another chance where they could have made a sexy woman, made her like he just made her androgynous. Or just like wearing a lot of clothes. So yeah, he's like, Cadence guy is like following this like old man. He keeps seeing him everywhere because he's trying to get back to the dream where he's in this impossible school. He's trying to figure out what's happening to him. And then he like gets attacked by these like blood flesh monsters, and he's talking to the really old, not sexy lady, the immortal woman or whatever. Where'd she go? There, her. She's like talking to him, and he's like saying, what is she trying to get? Oh yeah, he's talking about, she's trying to get information out of him, what the old man or someone showed him, or what the dream was or something, I don't know. And then subway crashes, and then like all these people are attacking the blood monsters that were attacking Cadence. And then this is like my favorite shot in the book. It reminded me of the Punisher, Moon Knight Punisher. And he's like, who are you guys? Because he's like being saved by the Immortal Men. And here's my roast of the Immortal Men. Squirrel Girl, Giganta, Apache, freaking, what's that Indian guy from Super Friends? But okay, she's not that ugly. She obviously looks better than Squirrel Girl, but still, it's like, okay, I'm not sure how I feel about that. The Spectre, Green Lantern, the Question, freaking, I don't even know, Punisher, Moon Knight guy, Beast, Wolverine with Luke Cage bands, Wonder Woman things, and Caden, who's a victim. So I don't know, it's just I felt like it was all like okay, except for this. I really like, this is my favorite character in the whole book. His name is The Hunt, I think. It says they called him Windstrider, or The Hunt. So that was my favorite character. It was like an amalgamation of like super 90s hunter, Kraven the Hunter like style villain guy. But I don't know how I feel about the Immortal Men themselves. So anyways, that's my review of the Immortal Men. It was weird. You might like it. It's kind of like I said, manga X-Men feel to it a little bit, but there was just some stuff like the women could have been sexier, and then he like kept harping on the fact that his friend had a boyfriend, was gay. I was like, okay, we get it. Like, I just want to know more about the character, not about his friends that aren't even, his friends weren't even on panel. So I was like, why are we talking about his friends? Anyway, thanks for watching. Turn the notification bell on over here so you know when I post. Like it so you know if I like the video, so know who liked the video. Dislike it if you dislike it. Comment what you guys thought of this. Am I totally wrong? Am I on point? Thanks for watching.